Hi, it's Randy. I always say that as if, like, literally my channel says Randy Callie, so you know. Okay, I have a story. Don't I always? Don't I always? But this is the most ridiculous story, and for once, it's not my fault. For once, this is not me being stupid. This is not me making a fool out of myself. This is not me just doing the most. This is somebody else doing the most and me having to deal with it. So that's like that's what I deserve because I put so many other people through shit. So sometimes people have to put me through some shit. So you know what? I own it. I own it. I'll take it. Bring it. And they brought it. Okay. This is ridiculous. Like, that's my favorite word ever, by the way. Ridiculous. Okay. So I had this friend and we were really, really good friends. And it was over the summer and she was having this like barbecue thing. And so I went and she had a gay neighbor. He was older. So he was like, I think 40, honestly. And he was actually, this is so funny. He was starred in Disney on Ice. He was like Aladdin on Disney on Ice. And so, well, his sister was her neighbor. Like, his sister was married. So it was his sister, her husband, and then he like lived with them because I guess he just was never home. Like, all year he's like traveling. So he doesn't bother having his own place. So he like lived literally in the basement of his sister's house. But he made it look really cool because once I saw it, it was like very decorated. It was a really cool space, I will say. But anyway, so I met him that night at the barbecue and then we ended up, I don't know, becoming friends. I wasn't attracted to him at all. Oh my God, he was not my type. But I was like, oh, he seems fun. Like, we should be friends and hang out and go out or whatever. So like weeks pass and then we decide we're going to hang out and go out. And so we do. And it's fun. And I sleep over. And then the next day, I'm sorry, I'm like sniffing over here. It's cold and I don't have the heat on. The next day we were like, okay, well, let's go out again. Okay. So the first night was fine. Like, I got hammered. And so did he, but there was no issues. There was, it's just a typical, we're drunk as fuck type of night. But then and I actually woke up the next morning so hungover. It was one of the worst hangovers I can remember. And like, for me, like, a hangover isn't typically that bad. This, for some reason, it must have been the shit I was drinking because it was so bad. And I just remember we were recuperating like all day. And we even ordered like Little Caesars. And I could barely eat any because I was just so sick. I think I threw up, TMI. But yeah, so we decided, okay, we kept contemplating, should we go out again? Should we not? Should we not? We shouldn't have because, oh my God. And my car was there. So I was like, okay, I'm going to drive us to my house and then we'll Uber from my house because I lived closer to the area that we wanted to go and we were going to Uber. I was like, okay, so we weren't going to drink until we got to my house. That was my impression. I knew I wasn't because I had to drive us back. And I was like resting because in the basement, there's like several rooms. And I was in one of the rooms, like the bedroom part. And so I didn't know what he was doing. And apparently he was like on FaceTime with a friend from like another country or state or something. I remember him saying something like that. And he must have been drinking on the phone with that friend because like after a while, once I came out and I was like, okay, we're going to get going soon. This guy was drunk as fuck. When I tell you drunk as fucking shit, I am not kidding you. I was shocked because how do you go from being sober the last time I saw you? I didn't even think that much time had passed, but apparently it had because holy shit. He was so drunk and being literally wild as hell. And I was like, okay, we have to go. And at one point, so my friend that lived next door, I think I called her because I couldn't get him under control. And I was like, I don't know what to do. Can you get over here? Like, so she ended up coming over and she came down into the basement and she's like, so what's going on? And she had to help me like get him to get up and go. I should have just left him. I really wanted to go out apparently. I was like, okay, we're going to make this work. But like, he was just being ridiculous. He was not listening to a word I was saying. It was like talking to a child. That is the theme for this whole thing, is talking to a child, because he was not listening. This guy is like twice my age, and I was being his babysitter, his mother, his fucking father, daddy, whatever you want to call me. I was being it because I had to like be like, come on, come on. I'm like, okay, let's get your shoes on. Okay, so we finally get him together to get in the car, and so I'm driving us, and he is being so ridiculous, saying, oh my God, I don't even know what he was saying. He was like, sorry. He was like rolling down the window, hanging out the window. This was during the day too, by the way, not night. And I was like, get in now. I don't talk, like, okay, you have to realize this was like 2 hours into dealing with this. I don't normally talk to people like that, but I was like, I didn't know what else to do. I was like, get in the car, roll up the window. I felt like a fucking parent. Like, that's, if you have a little like taste of what I'm going to be as a parent, if I'm ever a parent. But bitch, if you're going to be out of control, I'm going to have to put you in your place, because oh my God, you are a grown man. Like, not only an adult, like you are like middle age. I don't know. Is 40 middle age these days? I don't know. But come on, like, get it together. And then he was like, oh, let's stop and I want to stop at the gas station. And I was like, no, I have stuff at my house. Like, no, we don't have to stop it. Because he wanted like, I don't know, like, and I was like, I have drinks at the house. And so, oh my God. So we finally get to my house, and oh my God, he's just being out of control still. And the way so my sister's there, and he introduces himself. He was so embarrassing. I don't remember what he said. He's like, I'm Aladdin on Disney on Ice. He's like, I'm a star. That's like how he's like introducing himself. Oh my God. And like, he went to the bathroom at one point, and my sister's like, is he drunk? And I was like, no, I don't know. Okay, so we pregame. Well, I don't really let him drink much. Well, I was trying not to. He kept taking the bottle, and I was like, no, you are intoxicated. Just drink when we get there. Like, but of course, do you think did he listen to me for anything else all day? No. You think he's going to listen to me? So, you know, and I'm like, I need a drink. At this point, I was like, I need a drink. And so, you know, I start drinking. Like, we both were kind of drinking. I was trying to not let him drink much, but I mean, he was just like, I can't watch somebody 24/7. I mean, yeah, like, we were hanging out, but like, I was trying to like get ready too. And so he was like drinking still. And so he was getting worse. And so we Uber to the bar that I wanted to go to. Honestly, the only reason I really, really wanted to go, this wouldn't have happened. I had a crush, a big crush, like an obsession crush, like this whole summer over this guy that worked at this bar, this straight boy. But like, he was like, I don't know, he was straight, but like, it was questionable. And like, we took a picture where I was kissing him on the cheek. So it kind of gave me hope. But that's why I really, really wanted to go to this bar. So I was like, I am not letting his shenanigans ruin this. Damn it. I am getting to this bar, and I'm gonna see this guy. And we get there, and okay, well, the guy was there, so I was happy. I think I got another picture with him too, so was it worth it? Maybe. But he was still being crazy. And so he ended up actually leaving the bar, and I was already lit at that point. So I did not give a shit. I was like, you know what? I'm hanging out with other people. I'm doing my own thing. He left the bar. Then at one point, he was calling me off of a random number saying, oh, my phone died. I don't have a way to get home. I think I was already home at that point. I was like, oh my God. So I ended up having to order a Lyft for him, or an Uber or something. And he got home. So the next like weekend or something, it might have been the following day or the following weekend, I don't know. But I went to like in the same area, I went to a restaurant with a different friend of mine. We were like waiting in line to get seated. And this guy comes to me, and he's like, your friend came into here making a big ruckus, making a big scene. And like, I'm like, okay, well, I wasn't there. Because I don't even know how he knew that was my friend. He must have seen us together at some point. I don't know, but I wasn't with him when he was at this place, at this restaurant. So I was like, okay, well, that's not my fault. Like, I can't control him. I'm not even with him. And for a second there, I thought he was going to refuse me being able to eat at the restaurant. I would have been like, that is bullshit. That's not my fault. Like, if somebody murders somebody and you know them, is that your fault? Are you on trial for murder? That's a really crazy comparison. But like, what the hell? Like, I wasn't like there with him creating chaos with him. Like, so you can't blame me. But no, I mean, we could still eat there. I don't even know why he bothered telling me that. It's like, okay, what was the point? Like, what? Just to make me feel like shit or something? Like, okay, thanks. But I'm like, oh my God, this guy that I barely know, hung out with twice, is like causing all this shit for me. I like, never again. I ended up seeing him one more time and literally something else happened. I was like, okay, after this all happened, I was like, I'm going to take a step back. But then he reached out to me. He apologized and I'm forgiving, but I gave it another shot. And once again, it was bad. It was really bad. And it resulted me not being friends with him again and me not being friends with the neighbor again because she took his side over this situation. She took the crazy neighbor's side over me. Well, she was a fake friend. Once again, a fake friend. She was the meanest friend I've ever had. I don't think I've ever had a meaner friend, by the way. She was a mean girl. So, fine, bye. So yeah, he technically ruined my friendship with this girl. But like I said, I mean, is it really a loss? Because that friendship would have not worked out anyway. We had only been friends for less than a year, so whatever. But oh my God, that guy is nuts. I was like, how the hell are you working for Disney on Ice acting like this? Like, Jesus, I'm not somebody that should be drinking alcohol, but he is definitely not somebody that should be drinking alcohol. That's for sure. So hope you enjoyed it. Hi. I'm trying to get my earring on, my cuff. Get on, bitch. Okay, is it on? Yay. I got my buddy. I literally look 14 years old. This is so funny. Why do I look like a child? I swear I'm legal. But today, I was going to tell you about the times that I went to the ER. There was 2 of the most painful times in my goddamn life. I injured the fuck out of myself. And it wasn't like on purpose at all. It wasn't like me playing a sport, obviously. Duh. But no, it was like, oh my God. Okay, so let's start with the most painful one. It was when I scratched my fucking cornea. And it was when I was in class. Oh my God, this is the dumbest shit I've ever done. I'll admit, I've done my fair share of dumb things, but this was so dumb. I was in my computer class and I was wearing colored contacts. I was wearing these blue ass contacts. You've seen them. I'm sure you've seen them. They're hard to miss. And I was wearing this green eyeliner. And, well, I don't know if I had it on yet. Basically, the problem is I wanted to apply this green eyeliner. And I had a mini mirror. I was hiding behind the computer so nobody could see me, especially the teacher, because he would always call me out for doing my fucking makeup. And so I'm like crouching, and I only had one hand to apply this with because I'm holding a mirror and I'm trying to apply, and it was a pencil eyeliner. Like, I'm talking one of those pencils that you could sharpen with an actual pencil sharpener, like a goddamn pencil. So it's sharp. You know where this is going. Oh my God. So I'm over here like this, like trying to apply it, and I have a color contact in. I jab my eye with the fucking pencil into my eye. Oh my God, did it hurt? Oh Lordy, it hurt. Oh my God, that hurt. And I just remember being like, ow. And I think I dropped the pencil and was like, fuck. And, it hurt, but I was like, okay, well, that was stupid. We're done with that. Move on. But as the day was progressing, my eye was significantly starting to hurt more and more and more. And by the time I went home that day, I was in excruciating pain. My eye was bright red. Obviously, I took the contacts out, but I think having the contacts in while this was happening made it so much worse because you have something covering your actual eye. I feel like it's not allowing it to heal. And Oh my God, my eye got to the point where I could not open my eye. I don't remember if it was the right or the left. I don't remember, but it doesn't fucking matter. But oh my God, it hurt so bad. And I felt like I couldn't even open my eyes because like what I was like, and so we had to go to the ER. And like, I didn't know what a scratch cornea was at that time. All I know is I effed up my eye and I needed emergency help immediately. And I just remember we were in the waiting room and it felt like forever. And it's so bright in there. Like light entering your eye made it so much worse. And I was literally sitting in the waiting room like this. I'm just like, I was literally with my eyes closed. And it was like we were sitting there for an hour because you have to wait. And like finally when we got in there, they gave me these eye drops to like numb it. I was like, oh, thank God, thank God. It was the most painful thing I have ever experienced in my life, hands down. And I had no idea what I had done. I was like, did I make myself go blind? So internally, I'm freaking out. Like, did I just blind myself in an eye from this crap? Like, from a fucking eyeliner that I didn't even need to apply. I probably looked better without it anyway. And yeah, so luckily I was not blind. Here I am with eyesight. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus. But yeah, I had a scratched cornea. And they were like, okay, don't wear contacts for like a month, maybe more. I think they said 2 months. So I literally couldn't wear contacts for like months, which was devastating to me at the time because I had just started wearing color contacts. So it was like a new concept to me and it was really exciting and fun. And I was like, I mean, still to this day, years later, I love color contacts. Even though right now I'm going through a phase where I'm kind of just living for my natural eyes because I'm trying to be more natural in general. It's cute, right? Do I look like a cutie? Yeah. So I couldn't wear contacts and I was kind of like bummed about it. But I was like, well, at least I'm not with the scratch cornea anymore because god damn it, that hurt. Okay, so that was the worst one for sure. But this second situation comes very, very close. This, I can like feel it. I can feel the pain that I was experiencing. Oh my God. Okay, so I decided, well now here I know, in hindsight, I know that my body cannot take piercings. Like they reject them. That's why I have clip-ons. I like the look of earrings on a guy. I think it's hot. But I can't pierce my ears because I get a keloid. My body just doesn't like it. But I didn't know that at the time. So I was a fool. And so I tell my friend, I'm like, let's go get my cartilage pierced. And I want multiple cartilage piercings, not just one. No way. So we go to freaking Claire's. So I literally went to 2 places in the same day because I wanted multiple piercings. And Claire's wouldn't do multiple piercings. So I was like, okay, well, fuck them. I'm going to go to another place. So I literally get it done at Claire's. I think I got it in both ears. I got one in each ear. And then I went to Bead World or some other shit. I don't know what it was called, but I got another, I don't know how many I got. I don't know. I think I literally got 3 piercings in my right ear. And they should have known better to not do this in one day. But maybe I didn't tell them I just got the one done. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. But I had 3 piercings in my right cartilage on the same day. So all was well for a day. And I was I look fabulous. I'm slaying it. And I was so happy with the look of it. And then the swelling started to happen. And the infection started to happen. And it just went downhill because, oh my God, did that shit get so infected. Holy balls. When I tell you, my ear was swallowing those piercings. This is so disgusting. I am so sorry. Oh, my ear was so tender, and so there was dried shit, pus. Ugh, I hate that word. Do we have to say that word? I go to the doctor and he's like, yeah, that's infected. You need to take those out. And I'm thinking to myself, how the hell? I can barely touch my ear. How the hell do you expect me to take these out? Because you have to pull the backing out. There's pressure. There's quite a bit of pressure to pull out the piercing. And I was like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? And I remember I went home and I had to do it and I had to be a trooper and I had to get these piercings out. And it was You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know. This might have been worse than the cornea. I almost said cartilage. The cornea, because this was really, really, really painful. To take those piercings out, it took me like an hour or two because I kept trying to pull and I would stop and I would pull and I would stop. It was like pull, pull, pull. Like it was like ow, 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 ow. I think I cried. I don't know if I cried, but I was close. I really wanted to cry. And by the grace of God, I got them out. And did I ever pierce my cartilage again? No, never, ever again. I was too scared. And at that time, I actually didn't know that my body doesn't like piercings. Like, I just assumed that was because it was 3 piercings in the same day. But it was because of 3 piercings in one day. But it's also because my ears don't like piercings. That's literally what I was told by a doctor in the future. So like now if I want a cartilage, like I said, I just do. Well, I usually like clip-ons because magnetic hurt. Have you ever had magnetic earrings on? Like they're fine at first and then after a while, because it's pinching your ear and I'm like, ow, damn. So I don't like magnetic earrings. But yeah, those were the 2 most painful situations in my life. And they were both my fault because A, don't put eyeliner on in class with one hand in a mini mirror, especially a pencil eyeliner, and B, don't get 3 fucking cartilage piercings in one day, going to 2 places so you think you're tricking them, but you're only tricking yourself, because look at what happened to me. That's karma right there. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you soon.